ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। With Ishan, Sri Ramakrishna is speaking. One must get instruction from a guru. Once a man was looking for a stone image of Shiva. Someone said to him, "Go to a certain river. There you will find a tree. Near it is a whirlpool. Dive into the water there and you will find the image of Shiva." So I say that one must get instruction from a teacher. Ishan, that is true, sir. Master, do we need a guru at all? It is here that we find that without guru we cannot go. We can advance a little, but exact picture of the transcendental realm where God dwells will not be in our understanding. It is exactly like a blind man asking, "Do I need someone's help?" He can't be totally independent because the external world is unknown to him. Where to go, whom to meet, someone, even if he meets someone and takes the help of someone, he has to depend upon someone for everything. He can't see anything. He can't know anything. He is blind. Same thing is regarding God for us. We do not know anything regarding God. Senses cannot see Him. Mind cannot conceive what it is. And intellect doesn't cognize or understand or has power to discern it. So we have to, one who has gone there, one who has seen, one who knows that realm in which we don't have an entry. We don't have any senses or means to understand or penetrate into it and know. We are passing through only 3 levels of consciousness: waking, dreaming, and deep sleep. They are unrelated to each other, the 3 levels of consciousness. My dream world, my dream cognition, my dream ego, my dream personality is entirely different and unrelated to my waking state. But I pass through them. Similarly with the deep sleep experience. I can never know, being in one state of consciousness, one level of consciousness, to know what is happening in the another level of consciousness. So this is beyond the 3, it is Turiya. Beyond the 3 levels we are going into a realm which is absolutely unknown to us. We have no access. We are passing through three levels because nature is taking me. Every day she takes me to this deep sleep and brings me. I have no myself, I cannot go also. If I go also, I cannot come out to this waking state again. Nature has to take me, nature has to bring me back. I have no independence movement. And the 4th stage, 4th level of consciousness, the Turiya, is absolutely unknown. At least these three states I have passed through, but I cannot independently go without nature taking me. I cannot come to waking state from sleep, because I don't know there is a waking state when I enter into sleep. In waking state, I know what is dream state and deep sleep, but I cannot go. Nature has to take me. There is no bridge. There is no way to go. It's a shift of consciousness. Similarly, a shift of consciousness to higher level of consciousness. My consciousness is shrinking from the waking world to the dream world, from dream world to the deep sleep level, and bringing me back. But can I go beyond the three levels of consciousness to the fourth, where more and more light, more and more reality, more and more freedom, more and more bliss is experienced? You can go, provided some guides you. That's why we understand, just like a blind man needs someone's help to guide him here, till he gets an eye himself. Once he gets back his eyes, by any means, then he is safe. He need not worry anymore. Like that, Guru's instruction, Sri Ramakrishna is the one must get the instruction from Guru. Ishan, that's true, sir. It is Satchidananda that comes to us in the form of Guru. From the transcendental, just like nature which pervades the three levels of consciousness, Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, she alone can take us to the deep sleep and bring us back. She is there in deep sleep to bring me back to the waking state. She is pervading all. Similarly, there must be a media, there must be something which is bridging and is able to take me to higher levels of consciousness. So, from the transcendental, it has to come, which pervades all this and still stands beyond, is the absolute existence, Satchidananda, which is there, pervading, in which the whole universe appears and disappears. It is pervaded. The universe is pervaded by that, and it is transcendental. Pervading it remains transcendental to the whole existence of universe and all beings. So it is there with us, within us, pervading us, but we cannot see it. So Satchidananda, who is pervading, he himself presents to us in the form of Guru. Jivatarana Shakti of Ishvara, the redemption power of the God, he appears as Guru. Satchidananda that comes to, it is Satchidananda that comes to us in the form of Guru. Satchidananda is absolute existence. If a man is initiated by a human Guru, he will not achieve anything if he regards his Guru to be a mere man. It depends upon the bhavana, bhava, feeling of the individual, the shishya, the disciple. If he looks upon his Guru as an ordinary person of the world, then he cannot achieve. He has to regard him just like a electric wire or a pole, the electric line is running. You can't see anything. If you think it is an ordinary wire and touch it, you will know what it is. So we cannot see the power, but it is carrying a power within itself. It is not the electric wire that you see anywhere is not the current, is not the electricity. Electricity passes through it from somewhere, where? From the source, and it passes through the electrical wire. Like that, the power of God passes through, works through an human individual, and we call him Guru. So, if anyone thinks him to be an ordinary man, a mere man, then he will not achieve anything. Only then only then can the disciple have the faith in the mantra given by Guru. If Guru, I treat Guru as the representative of God, if not God Himself, at least a representative, a media through which God is working. We will not have that faith in the mantra. Mantra is what ultimately I am going to ride on the mantra, like I mount on a vehicle or I mount on a horse to travel. I mount finally my existence independent of bodily existence. The ego, purified, totally deprived of all worldliness and filled with all divinity, that rides over the mantra to enter the transcendental realm. So, once only then the Guru should be regarded as the direct manifestation of God. Guru should be regarded as direct manifestation of God. Then only the disciple can have faith in the mantra given by Guru. God is manifestation of, Guru is manifestation of God. Once a man has faith, he achieves all. Has faith, faith can achieve anything. Faith, he achieves all. The Shudra Ekalavya learned archery in the forest before a clay image of Drona. He worshipped the image as the living Drona. By that itself enabled him, to attain mastery in archery. He was regarding that clay image which himself has made of Drona. He treated that image itself as Drona, worshipped, prayed, and Drona himself doesn't know his knowledge of archery is draining away, entering into Ekalavya. Don't mix intimately with Brahmin Pandits. Their only concern is to earn money. Most of the Pandits means scholars. Brahmin is the highest denomination in Hinduism. Just like every organization, every organism where there are many working together in a perfect harmony, it's called organism. Our body is an organism. There are so many factors independently work for one aim of keeping that body alive and act in this world. Mind is there, intellect is there, each senses, 5 senses are there. 5 senses are unrelated to each other, but they are imperfect. Eye, what it is doing, what eye is doing is unknown to the ear. What is ear doing is unknown to the eye. 5 senses are working independently, bringing information from outside. But how perfect harmony they live in, how perfect harmony they are working for that bodily existence. So, like that, wherever organism, a group thing function together like an engine, each bolt, each part of it has full participation in the functioning. You cannot omit anything, you cannot eliminate anything from that engine, engine block. Which is important, which is unimportant, doesn't come into picture. Similarly, in a society, most important part is the labor. Majority of the things, whole society moves because of this labor. Labor is considered as the feet of God, because if the feet alone moves, the society can move only by these lowest type of people who are laborers, who are working. Now carpenter, vessel making, so many people working in different ways. Everything is needed. We need somebody to sweep, somebody to clean. Minimum, all labor acts, whether it is a cobbler or an engineer, they are all menial works, small works in the office, carrying books from one place to another place. All these people who are not entering into the other field are considered as the labor section. This labor section is most important, and they are called the Shudras. They keep the society moving. But for them, the society will suffer. There won't be anything that can be managed by others. Now, the planning, designing, controlling, managing aspect is called Brahmin. Now, next comes, now just like ministers and top government. Now, government has so many departments and so many sections, from the peon and scavenger to the directors and ministers and president and prime minister. The whole governing section is called Brahmin. Then there is the watch and ward. There is military, there is police. All these who keep the law and order intact, they are called Kshatriyas. And there is the product coming up, the produce to be transferred from one place to another place. It must be accessible to people. It must be distributed among people. This part is played by Vaishyas. Whoever does it, they are called Vaishyas. And Shudras, the labor class. The whole thing, there is no higher and lower. They all work in perfect harmony for keeping the body, the government. The government is a huge body, and nobody is innovative. You cannot exclude anyone from this group. You cannot take away. It is like an engine. No part can be taken away. So it is a collective whole organism. So in body also, you see there is brain, there are senses, there are small blood cells which carry oxygen and nutrition and feed every cell of the body. And this labor, there is defense system. The skin alone is protecting about 2,000 types of diseases every moment. Inside, if a single bacteria enters your body, the defense force immediately takes up. The WBC, white blood corpuscles, immediately rush to kill it. And if the power of the enemy is more, then immediately they start multiplying in multitudes. WBC goes on increasing in no time. So this defense system is there within our body. How it maintains the whole system. Just look at the warmth outside. Immediately I start sweating. It wants to keep the body in a particular cooler place, cooler way. It cannot go on increasing in the temperature, it collapses. So there is mechanism which is protective, all these things. And then there is food entering, and then the oxygen, taking the oxygen, throwing away the carbon dioxide. All these things are going on, bringing and going, leaving, throwing, getting. All this is the Vaishya part of working. And then labor, the digestive forces that crush the food, in the break the food, breaking down, and taking nutrition to every. This is labor part of the body. Similarly, a government, similarly an office, an institution. You will see all these four are in different ways. The directors of a company, Brahmin, the watch and ward around and protective forces is Kshatriya. The buying the raw materials, the finishing products they are sending back, Vaishyas, and then the labor class who is working. These will be there eternally. Wherever is there is an organization. In society, the Hindu society, those who had the knowledge aspect of knowing, they know the laws of nature, they know what is beyond, they know how the nature works, how the man's behavior is motivated in a person. All this knowledge aspect, they are called Brahmins. So these Brahmins are supposed to know the scriptures, all the scriptures of Hinduism, the Vedas, Vedantas, Tantras, all the Itihasas, and all this. But they don't know its essence. They know only its contents in a with literal value. They don't know the effects and causes of how to transcend the nature and go beyond, nor do they make efforts. The literal meaning of a thing is different. The inner meaning is different. The meaning that a person derives after reaching the goal is different. It goes on changing. So this changes that comes over. The Brahmin remains, if it is limited to ritualistic part of the religion and externals of knowledge, without entering, without experiencing, then it remains a Pandit. Pandit means a man of learned man. He need not be even moral. At least the term educated gives an understanding. He has manners, he has principles to live. But learned is one is filled with information. Now, we get every bit of information from the Google in your cell phone. But cell phone doesn't have wisdom. It has information, it doesn't have knowledge. Knowledge is different from wisdom is still different, information is still different. So it can give you any information, it cannot give you knowledge. Knowledge is associated with the experience. Wisdom is associated with its effect on the person to convert his life into evolutionary process to divinehood. Otherwise we don't call it wisdom. Wisdom converts the knowledge into the experience, convert the information into knowledge. Knowledge is associated again with wisdom. The experiences gained is converted into wisdom that makes him evolve, There is an internal transformation, there is an internal conversion to higher levels of consciousness. So it is the Google or the books, book reading, book knowledge, bookish knowledge will not help. It is exactly like swimming. You know every force, theoretically, how we swim in the water, how we balance in the water by pushing the water below with hand and feet, how we move forward, with what force we have to pull the water to go ahead, what will be the buoyancy of my body, what will be my weight in the water when I horizontally lie down, that much of force I need. So all this knowing, if you get into the water, you can't swim, you will be sinking. It needs practice. So it remains at the information level, neither knowledge nor wisdom, nor the attainment of the evolutionary process. So, Guru should be regarded as direct manifestation of God. Only then can the disciple have faith in the mantra given by Guru. Once a man has faith, he achieves everything. The Shudra Ekalavya learnt archery. In the, you see, the term Shudra is used. He is considered not as the managing part of the society, but a labor class. A menial labor is called the Shudra, and whose knowledge and understanding has not reached to the level of management. But Brahmin is a person who has reached the level of understanding, supposed to have. He is called Brahmin. The very next paragraph, Sri Ramakrishna begins, don't mix intimately with the Brahmin Pandits. They are supposed to be the highest degree, now just like ministers in a government. So they are supposed to know every bit of how to govern a country. Suppose they have only information, no experience in life, the whole society collapses. Like that, these Brahmin Pandits you don't mix with. Their only concern is how to earn money. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.